What I had heard about autism was very limited.
I remember thinking at one point we were on vacation thinking our life is not normal.
I heard that autism was a disability of the brain.
I knew nothing about, high functioning versus low functioning and all those subtleties. I just knew there was something out there called autism.
Well, the first words I heard weren't autism, it was pervasive developmental disorder.
My family history is littered with a lot of issues like ADHD and things like that.
Early intervention made a unofficial diagnosis.
I remember knowing when my pediatrician at the 18-month appointment saying that he was concerned about his social and emotional.
And when we had early intervention come out and did their original assessment, they came back and they said they could not diagnose, but what they suspected was that she was on a spectrum with many children, and it was this spectrum was called pervasive developmental disorder.
But I knew something was wrong because he had an older sister, so I knew he wasn't like her.
When you have a sense that something's wrong, which I had a sense very early on with my son, and then somebody says, well, let's see him, your doctor says, I'm not liking what I'm seeing here, let's see him in a couple more months, I just want to see how I called him back and he said, some of these kids I see in 2 months, they're fine, other kids have autism.
They had a lot of experience dealing with autistic children, and the signs that Zachary was showing were indeed, signs of autism.
I knew he could hear some things because he would point at an airplane or raise his head when he heard an airplane, but yet when I called him, it's like I wasn't talking to him.
That afternoon I went on the computer, on the internet immediately and put that in, and autism popped up. I'm like, wait a minute, they didn't say autism, they said PDD. This isn't the same thing. And I was very confused and scared and didn't know what to think at that point.
I remember calling my sister and thinking of the Rain Man piece and up and down the driveway, that was going to be my son. It was so incredibly frightening to hear those words.